Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello friends, we have now finished the segments on reading, spelling and writing, and I hope you have been able to follow what we have tried to teach you and you have tried to implement this in your classrooms. Now, these skills that you have to impart to these children cannot be done in isolation. We need to tie up the reading, spelling and writing. And this especially is important because there are so many common areas in all the three segments. So let's look at what are the common areas in reading, spelling and writing. The first thing that hits you is that all three need phonological awareness. Without phonological awareness or the awareness of sounds in the letters, not reading, not spelling, not writing, no skill will be able to work. The other things that are coming in line after phonological awareness is the fact that the letter sound recognition must be there. Visual perception is common, as is auditory perception. Visual sequential memory is important, as is auditory sequential memory. Visual discrimination and auditory discrimination are important. Visual memory and auditory memory are also important. So we have seen here so many common areas that are there for this. There is also motor memory, your fine motor skills. Above all this, your visual discrim, your visual processing, your language is your most important commonality. The child must be aware of the language. Once all this is in place, reading, spelling and writing will happen in the child's learning as a single unit, and that is what we aspire. So what we're going to show, my colleague Harini Ramanujam is going to show us how to plan a lesson, keeping in mind that all the three skills are going to be interlinked. So Harini, can you show us how you would do reading, spelling, writing, all the three in one lesson?
Definitely, ma'am.
Take it on.
Thank you, ma'am. As Mrs. Vilasini Divakar just said, we are now going to take up a lesson and then show you how reading, spelling and writing are interlinked. For this purpose, we have taken a Samachir Kalvi lesson from standard 3. Now we will get down to the lesson. This lesson we will be doing first phrasal reading. We are now going to start by reading the heading of the lesson, an introduction to chess. Let us learn to play the international game chess. There are many games which are played indoors like carom, snake and ladder, ludo, business, chess and so on. Today we shall try to understand in brief about the indoor game chess. Did you just see how we phrased the words and we read? When we did that, it was quite comfortable in reading and also helped us to understand the passage as and when we read. We just read the passage. Now we are going to help the child to understand the passage. In this passage, as you can see, it says, today we shall try to understand in brief about the indoor game chess. Now, this word brief, what does it mean here? In this sentence, it means that we are going to understand all about the game chess in short. So, the word brief implies short. And what are we talking about? We are talking about chess and the game chess in particular. We also saw the various indoor games like Ludo, snake and ladder, carom, right? And now this passage or the forthcoming passages are now going to talk about in specific the game chess. Having read and made the child understand each and every paragraph by questioning them wherever it needs to be so that the child is clear about the passage, let us now see how we are going to teach spellings to the child. In the spelling segments, we must have come across various spelling rules. All that will be incorporated in this passage. Having read and understood the passage, now we are going to take few words from the passage and see how spellings can be taught to the child. We have taken up the words snake, ludo, ladder, chess and brief. Now the word snake. What is the short vowel sound of A? It is A. You must have come across in the previous spelling segments about the magic E rule. So, that is applied here, and here the word snake has the magic E, which in turn makes the sound of A the long sound. Hence, it is the word snake. There is another word in the passage too which has a long vowel sound, long A, that is game. Now, we have identified the word, the vowel, the long vowel words in the passage. Let us see how we can teach it to the child. Let us take the Sunday system. S, N, A, K, E, snake. Again S, N, A, K, E, snake. What is this letter? A. What is this letter? E. What is this letter? N. How about this one? K. And this one? S. Again S, N, A, K, E, snake. As a next step, we could ask the child to trace the word snake. We could do it on the air or on the child's body or any of the surface. In case we are doing it on the air, S, N, A, K, E, snake. In case I am doing it on a child's body, S, N, A, K, E, snake. This way, spelling could be taught to a child and reinforced. Now, let us take the next word, ludo. As you can see, it does not fall under any of the spelling rules. So, clap and punch method can be used to teach this word. We are now going to clap for the consonants and punch for the vowels. Shall we start? L, U, D, O, ludo. Again, L, U, D, O, ludo. This can be further reinforced by again tracing in the air or on the body. L, U, D, O, ludo. This can also be traced in any other surface. You can trace it on the sand or on the board or any other surface where the child will feel and learn the spelling. In the word ladder, first let us find out the number of syllables that are involved in the word ladder. Keep your palm underneath the chin, closer to the chin, and pronounce the word ladder. See how many times did it touch the chin? Ladder, twice. So, it is a 2-syllable word. Now, we know that it is 2 syllable word, and first we have to underline the vowels. In the first syllable lat, we have the vowel a, and in the second syllable e. So, there are 2 vowels. Moreover, 2 identical letters come in between the word. We have to separate the twins. So, ladder, this is 1 syllable and this is 1 syllable. So, this is how the word ladder can be taught to the child. Let us now move on to the word chess. As you can see, chess is a flossy word. Let us now elicit other flossy words from the child. Chess, we can have mess, bless. Now, the word chess can be taught as a word family using the flossy word families and getting other words from the child. You can also remind the child saying CH here says ch. So, the spelling is ch-s, chess. Now, the same can be taught by tracing C-H-E-S-S, chess. Let us now move on to the word brief. As you can see, brief has 2 vowels I and E. Now, we have learnt that it forms a vowel team. When the first vowel and the second vowel come together, the first vowel does the talking, which means the first vowel's sound is being heard. Is it true in this case? No, this is an exception. So, how are we going to teach the child? We can teach the child as a word family like brief, grief, mischief, chief, and so on. So, the child understands how to spell the word brief. This can also be followed by configuration boxes and by tracing in the air or by other methods of tracing in order to reiterate the spellings. Having gone through reading and spelling, we will now culminate it in writing. First, we will start off with the fill in the blanks. Here the child is supposed to read and read the sentence and the words and put the appropriate words in the blank that is being given. So, in this case, chess is also called dash. So, this dash is not given just as a dash, instead configuration boxes are given so that the child is able to identify the word with respect to this configuration box and fill in. In the next pattern, what we have given you is, we have just given the sentence, I like to play carom and dash. Here the number of letters in a word is being given as a clue to the child, so that the child identifies that this word consists of 4-letter words and it looks up and looks at the 4-letter word, identifies it, reads it and then puts it at appropriate place. Having taught the child what a sentence is, we are now going to teach the child how a simple sentence can be extended. Here the playing board is marked with what? We are teaching the child to extend the sentence by using the question words. Here the word question is what is being used. So, the child from the textbook, he can write the playing board is marked with squares. So, it answers the question what. In the next sentence, I like to play chess where. So, again here we are teaching the child the answer for the question where. With this leading question where, he has to incorporate a place here, he has to write a place. So, from the textbook or from the passage that he has so far understood and read, he will be able to write indoors. Now, he has understood the meaning that indoors represents a place.
Thank you, Harini, for showing us how we can tie up the reading, spelling, and writing while doing the lessons. And you friends have learned that nothing is done in isolation. A child must be exposed to all the three factors of learning, which is your reading, spelling, and writing, and that is what is going to be setting him on to his path of learning. Thank you.
Thank you.